A video from 2021 has resurfaced of Congresswoman Yvette Clarke out of New York talking about redistricting based on population. Let's watch that video, and I guess want your reaction to this whole redistricting population conversation.
I'm from Brooklyn, New York. We have a diaspora that can absorb a significant number of these migrants. And when I hear colleagues talk about, the doors of the inn being closed, no room in the inn, I'm saying, I need more people in my district, but just for redistricting purposes. And those members could clearly fit here.
Yeah, said the quiet part out loud there. Morgan, Article 1, Section 2 of the Constitution bases that Congress is districted based on the population. It's been legally upheld by the Supreme Court, I think, as recently as 2016, that, it's based on population, not as citizenry. With libs saying out loud, hey, no, send them to my district because that means I get more power in this district. Is that the game plan for them, for shipping illegals around the country?
I'm sorry, but New York City, especially Brooklyn, doesn't need any more people living in it. I think more move across the country and get out of Brooklyn, New York, especially with the mayoral race that we just saw and how this is going and unfolding. This really is the quiet part out loud. And I really pray for the American people because their city and their state officials, the Democrats, absolutely hate the American people there and instead want to prioritize the illegal immigrants for quote unquote redistricting purposes. You brought up the Constitution. I think they need to look at the Constitution, Article 1, Section 10, where it says that if we are under an invasion, we need to do something about it and get all the immigrants out of our country instead of focusing on redistricting for their own personal gain.
That is a great point, Morgan. Terry, Kate, can you humor me on this? Because this might go a little bit off the rails, right? If the districts are based on population, technically speaking, if we put a massive illegal immigration detention facility, those people count in the census. Would it be beneficial to put some of those in swing districts that could be red in order to make sure that they end up being red? I hope that kind of makes sense, and I don't think we should actually do that, but humor me on that one.
I think that's a fascinating idea, Joe Bob, and honestly, I'm going to give it the consideration it deserves. But listen, the thing is, they are cheating. There are all of these little maneuvers that they've been taking advantage of in these loopholes. Why are we counting non-citizens in the census for representation purposes, right? The Democrats take advantage. You give them an inch, they take a mile every single time, and they've used this to inflate their representation in Congress. I've seen that, they have all these independent redistricting committees in these blue states, and they basically eliminate Republican representation. So they're bringing in the illegals, inflating their population for their Democrat districts, and then on top of that, they're redistricting the Republicans out. Republicans need to return fire, and a lot of people are just starting to talk about this, but there is mid-cycle redistricting going on, and in Texas and in Ohio. We need to maximize our gains there because we know that Democrats will never cut us a deal. So I'm suggesting that every Republican governor in those states across the country, if you can redistrict, do it now and eliminate as many Democrat districts as you possibly can.
Yeah, and again, I probably should reiterate, I as overall think this is a terrible idea, but at the same time, if they're going to push it, maybe we can take advantage of their stupidity in that sense.